transition into the portal, specifically surrounding Mizzou. Two questions about the people we lost. We lost, I think, like two defensive ends for as far as the names go. Um, and then we're going into a transition year quarterback. First question is, do you want to see us go to the portal for a QB, or are we taking a chance on one of the three that we already have in the building?
You got it, Matt.
I think the
The kid
I
from
saw
USC
some.
hasn't chosen yet.
No, he has. He Louisville. Moss is going to Louisville.
Yeah.
So that's a he. I think
Cool.
he said something about the development. He
Cool.
believes in the coach's development.
He said
Cool.
the
Whatever.
coaches get the quarterbacks to the league, and then I looked at it like, man, what's been my thing about Missouri quarterbacks? Like it hasn't translated into Sunday. I don't know if I know the Louisville guys he talking about. Maybe talking about other teammates, but Missouri puts him in the
Lamar?
league.
That's about it.
Yeah,
Who else is from Louisville?
yeah. I just know Lamar, but he
Oh
kind
no,
of
what's the kid that went to Atlanta? Did he go to Louisville?
nah.
Brady?
He
Brady?
went to
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
He
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
took a shot at Missouri after he done went to CC's Brawler and had that filet mignon.
Yeah.
Now he want to take them shots now. All right, now go on over to Louisville. Louisville.
Going over there. Going on. Yeah,
Listen, man.
going over there. Yeah.
I had a chance to talk to Drink a little bit on um, on Tuesday.
Okay.
We were down at the All State meetings and got a chance to talk to him a little bit, man. So we talked about the portal a little bit, and clearly he didn't get into like
Right.
crazy detail. He talked about it a little bit, but the stuff I can talk about, man, is like first of all, the portal is insane right now, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
wild.
insane. Just like with what's going on with the things that you know these guys are leaving and this and the third, right? And the receiver
Hmm.
we just got is a St. Louis kid, right?
Yep.
Kevin Coleman Jr.,
Hmm.
right? Had a great year at Mississippi State, right? Like just to put things in perspective, this is his fourth team. Like Missouri's his fourth team. So like
I didn't know that.
it's crazy, right? Because he started
Yeah.
at Jackson State with Dion, right?
Uh huh.
Then he went over to Louisville, right?
Oh
Then he went
wow.
to Mississippi State. Now
I didn't know he
he's
went to
back
Louisville.
home in Missouri. So
Mhm.
I'm extremely excited though because he can play. He's a baller.
Hmm.
But that just kind of puts things in perspective for you, like how crazy this portal thing is.
Yeah, it's
Um,
wild, dude. It's wild.
as far as the quarterback position, man, I know that we're very high on the incoming freshman. I know
Yeah.
he's coming off an injury though,
Yeah. How
a
significant was
pretty
it? I don't
good
know.
one.
Oh, was it really?
I think he broke his leg or something. I'm not sure.
Oh. Okay.
Um, so I know we're really high on him. I know Sam Horn is still on the roster, right?
Hmm.
People don't.
And your time.
Yeah.
High
So
school line.
at one point, Sam and Brady, from our knowledge, were in a quarterback battle. So
Hmm.
I think I think Kirby's smart. I think he understands uh, that we're at a place where it's not time to rebuild. We're just going to reload. So whatever that looks like to him, I think I think we got to trust it. I would lean on whatever they do in the portal at the quarterback position. If they decide to get one, if they don't, I think that's probably the best decision for us, right? I don't think they're going to reach on somebody. I don't think they're going to take somebody just because people feel like they need to take one. I think that they have a really good understanding of what they have. I also we saw Pine in small stretches, but we haven't seen Pine right with the whole off season, right with the whole spring ball, a whole summer, right, whole training camp. So um, I would lean more towards on what they do and have faith in like whatever they decide to do in that department. I did see something today about Quinn, and apparently he might be trying to come back to school,
Mhm.
Ears, of
What?
Texas,
Yeah.
and apparently I saw Mizzou linked to him. So I don't know how true it is.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he did start the season like supposed to be what top two QB in the country, and now he's probably falling behind Ward, probably falling behind Shador. Um, I don't know about the back
I'm
out of
taking,
out of Georgia, probably still
I'm
behind
taking.
him.
Yep.
He got to run.
So
He ain't running. When he in the beginning
he had some
games,
injuries too, though.
yeah, but I mean, so he's not the same guy. So maybe he wants to come back and put it on display, show
I mean,
guys
I'll take him.
that he's the guy that we saw early in the year. Maybe go to
Yeah,
a place where if he doesn't go to back to Texas, I really don't know what that situation would be like. But seems like
man.
seemed like Texas
Texas is a
would be
little harsh.
better they would be better with Arch because they'd be more dynamic. Just having a more
Right.
Yeah, give me Arch.
yeah, exactly right. And
Give
I
me Arch now.
even watching them in the game, like they brought Arch in overtime, but he wasn't in on the drive before when they need to, punch it in.
Yeah.
It was kind of
Well,
weird. They
yeah,
ended up
yeah,
getting the field goal to tie going to overtime. But I think yours as a player would be nice if he fell in our hands at the right cost. But I was impressed with him this past week too. He made some good throws. Made some bad throws as well. But he's nice.
yeah,
He's a nice little player.
yeah. What do we? So, what about who we lost? The DN who was supposed to be all world. I think he ended up at what, Nebraska, but it's rumored
Yeah,
that
but
his high
that
school coach, something like that.
yeah, backstory.
Okay.
His high school coach, right, went down to UCF when he committed to Missouri. Then his high school coach got the job over in Nebraska. So then coach's son, who was committed to Oregon, he gets a job in Nebraska, right? Coach's son goes to Nebraska. Him and him are really cool, right? Hops in
Oh,
the point.
okay.
It just
So
makes
it's
it
just
made a lot of
family
sense.
ish.
Yeah, it didn't take like it didn't shock me at all that and when he entered the portal, it was a do not contact tag.
Hmm.
Like that just
Saw
kind
that
of
too.
it just shows you everybody knew when that happened, everybody knew what was going on.
And I think to me, us not really getting a chance to see him play much, I think that speaks volumes to where he's at in his game right now, and it just seems like Missouri is not going to be the fit. This portal kind of atmosphere, we don't necessarily have to develop you. We obviously played pretty good without him, this year. Would love to see, them get the recruitment right and send a message to the other kids in the state that, you can come home. But I think other kids have done that and, shown that Missouri is a good place for guys from Missouri as well. So, kudos to him. But I mean, we didn't see much. So, you know,
Hey Frank, real quick, it it could be that, or it could be he didn't want to wait to be developed.
right, right.
Ooh,
It could
That
also be
that part
that too.
too.
play me
Obviously, that's
now.
I think that's
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that's a great point, Mac. I think that might be the number one reason why these guys are, of course, money, but getting a chance to actually play. That was a big thing for me
Yeah.
when I was coming out, but I also wasn't looking for anything to be handed to me. I was, I think it's something about
Yeah.
earning things yourself and the affirmations that you get along the way to kind of let you know, okay, I'm cool here, I belong here, to where you can go out and be confident. And it just seemed like he's a guy. But I thought it was awkward in the spring when I was there for the summer too that he didn't make much noise in spring. But when I was up for summer shooting that game, I mean shooting the film for the video hype, the hype video,
Hmm.
nobody was really high on him. So that was interesting to me.
So Dion said something that kind of resonated with me as far as like the amount of time and commitment and effort he's putting into the high school recruitment trail.
Hmm.
And he's like, let's be honest, man, it's going to be guys who are ready to play in the portal. That goes against the development aspect of the game. It's like, I'll let somebody else develop you. I want you when you're ready to play. And it seemed to work. You turn the team around from 4 wins to 9 wins.
Hmm.
Is that something you guys would recommend Mizzou do, or keep trying to develop guys? Because you're
He,
kind of wasting your time.
nah, Dion had to do that. He had
He did. He did.
because of what he brings to the table, right? The attention, the
Hmm.
stardom, the swag, the
Hmm.
people call it
But it
mouthpiece, the way
worked.
he talks.
But
Yeah, it
it
worked.
was the
But
cream of the crop. It was the cream of the crop though too. Like
yeah,
he could reach. He can be in grandma's
That's a good
house.
point.
He could
That's a
be in
good point.
grandma's house. Then he could be at the center of the spot. Like
Yeah, that's a
he
good point.
he just maneuvers a
Everybody,
certain.
if I go in a portal and I'm Mizzou, it may not be as successful as
Yeah,
Dion was because
people.
I'm not Dion.
It's kind of like that negative connotation that we get about Missouri not really being an SEC team, kind of. But all you do
Hmm.
is look up, and we're in the top 20. So I
Yeah.
don't
yeah.
know.
I
Okay.
I think Dion though, like, and starting with the class now that came in, like, oh, he's hitting the high schoolers still,
Yeah,
right?
he is
He's got the big time quarterback out
quarterback.
of
Yep.
Georgia. He's
Julian.
got the
Hmm.
he's got the receiver down out of Texas that just beat Duncanville, right? Like he's got some
Hmm.
big time freshmen coming in that he's hopped on, right? He had the
Yeah,
number one corner in the nation right after Travis. It just didn't work out.
Hmm.
So
that's
he's
true.
he's he's going to get his guys in high school still.
And so you think for most teams that don't have the Dion effect, stick to the regular recruitment trail, man. Beat down these high school doors, get the best talent out of those rooms.
I'm a high school coach and I'm saying no. Like you gotta because the pressures to win now are at an all time high,
You
right?
got to. I need
And like
production.
So like I tell my kids all the time, like, we're at a place now where, where you're recruiting, um, in your recruitment, right? If you were the guys that are going P4, they are the cream of the cream,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? In this particular era, right? The two-star spoons and the two-star Nerios who kind of got overlooked, even though they were dogs, right? He's probably gonna go to Houston. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying? Or somewhere, a Group
North
Five school like
Texas
a North
and
Texas,
yeah.
or
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
like, and that sucks because
It
then
does
these
suck.
stories, like you talk about one of the best linebackers in Mizzou history, we talk about one of the best receivers in Mizzou history, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But like that's just
But
recruiting
but
now.
at the same token, even though I know it does suck, and you gotta kind of take your lumps early, you take those two people you just mentioned and put them at North Texas, they still find a way. Let's be honest
Hey,
about it.
they
You know
messed
what I mean?
around BSMU.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
No,
For
listen,
real,
yeah,
for real.
absolutely, absolutely,
So
and
it
I
can
think,
happen.
like, but like, yeah, so like you got these lower level schools, they are literally the developmental schools now,
Yeah.
right?
They are.
The the guys that the guys I recommend, if only the blue bloods, right, are getting the cream of the cream incoming freshmen that are ready to play right now,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Okay, or you throwing somebody a big bag, okay? But a lot of times that's not going to align with the rest of what you have. So
Yeah.
like
No.
it's yeah, it's going to create, it's going to create
Yeah.
some stuff that's going on that's not reflecting the guy that you
Yeah.
brought in.
So I got some
So
names, but why we ain't winning games? Yeah.
yeah,
It ain't what they got.
you gotta have that foundation, man. You still gotta have a foundation because if you get in there, you get a team full of transfers. They're coming from 10 different programs, 12 different
Hmm.
programs. Like, what's the foundation? So I think you gotta have a good mix. I think that like you gotta have a good mix of high school and portal, right? If you still want to be relevant year after year after
Mhm.
year after year.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I
agree.
would recommend if I'm going in the portal, I'm not only looking for talented players, I'm also looking for that leadership too. Because I'm assuming you're going to be at least a couple years older than my incoming freshman. So I'm gonna need you to contribute with the locker room and on the field. That's just my take on it. Because I mean, I can go anywhere and find right now. I can find anybody who's killing at La Tech. Like their quarterback is in the portal. You know what I'm saying? Like you can find some guys now, but bring more to the table than just
It,
your arm talent. Come on,
it needs
read
to
my tape.
fit. It needs to fit with what you're doing. You kind
Hmm.
of look at where you guys are and where your funds are allocated, what you're able to do. Because I mean, some
Hmm.
people can't spend like the other people. I was looking at people spending $20 million on their rosters right now.
Everybody ain't able.
Everybody's not able. Missouri was not in the top.
No, they weren't.
I don't think they was in the
I saw
top
that too.
15, top 20 in that. We
I
spent
saw
like
it
I
too.
think we spent like 10 or something like
Hmm.
that. But these teams are throwing it around. And I think it can be costly for certain programs if they don't have, that backing. And I think with what we're doing right now, Drink just calling the games. He's just calling good game to me right now. Like what, just this, like
Yeah.
run the ball as much as they run it. Not, Drew Pine out there. We're not throwing 45 times with Drew Pine. We're
Hmm.
not throwing 45 times with anybody. But I know if a game requires you to kind of throw the ball, then we trust our guys to do it. But I just see us moving kind of like we're kind of like a boring team, but if we play good defense and we got some
Yeah.
stars that we're
Easy to
gonna bring
beat you.
in, and they should shine in those big moments. And I think that'll put us over the top. And then once you continue to do what we're doing, we'll be considered those blue bloods, Mac. Continue to kind of
Yeah.
put it down, be in that top 15, range all the time.
All right. Before we go, let's give our picks for the first round, man. Let me hear who we like out of Indiana, Notre Dame.
I think that's the most intriguing game of round
That's
one.
that's a
It
great
is.
game. I like that
It
one.
is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Please, Notre Dame. Please, Notre Dame. Come on. Come on. Do
Oh,
this
we
now.
we already know that.
I have not liked Indiana all year.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, please show that Indiana didn't play anybody. Now, I'm also scared that you might be a nobody to Notre Dame, but please make the win. Who y'all like in that game? Who y'all
Man,
like?
hey, it's at Notre Dame. I think Notre
Hmm.
Dame looking ahead to Georgia, man. Indiana gonna come through there, man. Georgia been shutting down their stadium for years.
You're right. You're right. I
that
hate it,
airport,
but
that
you're
airport
right.
been full of them fans, bro. They been coming through here
You know it
sad, boy.
has. Man, Mac, who you got in that game?
I'm gonna go with Notre Dame. There's a couple of St. Louis kids on there.
Okay.
Ooh, that back,
Dude, Love
that
was
back.
running back.
I like that back,
Hmm.
man.
Uh, they got a corner that I played against Gray, who had a 90-some yard pick six the other week
Oh,
against
okay. Louis
USC.
St. Louis. Okay.
Yeah,
I like the
so
way they played against A&M. I
I'm gonna
do.
go Notre Dame, and the reason why I think that Notre Dame's best can give Georgia a run for their money. I don't know if Indiana's best because I'm looking forward to
I
like
like that.
having what I mean. I think Notre Dame's best can get Indiana a run for their money. I mean Georgia a run for their money.
Okay. SMU Penn State.
It's tough. I
I'm
think
going Penn State.
yeah, I think Penn State's more NFL ready. They got the game at home. I don't trust James Franklin, man. Give me SMU, man. Athletes, baby.
Ooh.
I,
Ooh. Ooh.
Penn
Ooh.
State, what they did in the Big Ten championship against Oregon, with the ability to score, right? You
Yeah, that
always
was
worry about
impressive.
their ability to score, right? They scored, right? They were explosive on offense, right? Honestly, I thought if they could score like that defensively, right, they can get a couple of stops and that, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? But I'm gonna go. I think Penn State. I, I'm gonna go Penn State. I don't think SMU's seen a team like Penn State all year.
Hmm.
I'll take Penn State as well. I think there's something to be said for quote unquote being there before, and it's been a long time for SMU since they've been in this type of relevance. You know what I mean? But Penn State's always been in the mix. They got to always go against your Ohio States, your Michigans at the time. You know what I mean? They always have to play those teams. So I think they get up for this game, and they come out with a W. Uh, Clemson and Texas. I'm starting off. Texas. I'm gonna beg you to Texas. Like, please come out here and beat the brakes off of Clemson. Hopefully, if a team like Clemson with three losses gets blown out, it might alter the future.
Hmm.
You can if they won
You better
conference
find a way.
championship.
You better find a way to show who should be in, who should not be in.
Yeah,
I think Clemson, unfortunately, will get up for this game, but I
Yeah.
need Texas to win. So come on, Texas.
yeah. Clemson's second level of the defense is just not my favorite. They kind of just
Hmm.
like ogres, like just hover around you. Defensive line played really good against SMU.
Hmm.
Three made a lot of plays. I think his name is Parker. And Clemson has been known to have a big defensive player to kind of throughout the years to make his hay in these college football playoffs. But I'm gonna
Hmm.
go with Texas for the sure fact that Texas is gonna be at home in the playoff in the SEC
Yeah,
for the first time. They're only one team
yeah.
beat them. They just won the Thorpe on the back end. I think
Good
seven,
point.
seven gonna set something off, and there's a linebacker by the name of Ty Anthony Smith from Jasper, Texas, true freshman man. That's playing for
Okay,
UT.
jackpot.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing him, man. Me and his uncle were classmates. One of the coldest
Okay.
corners I ever played with, man. Rest in peace to Matthew Scott. We call him 60, and that was because of his
Yeah.
vertical. So,
Stop.
hey, rest in peace, baby. I'm telling you.
I love Jasper.
Oh man.
But I got
I
Texas in that one.
Yeah.
listen.
Okay. What you got, Mac?
I want Texas so bad.
Hmm.
I do. I think this might be my upset, and
Come on, no.
it hurts me
Bring
to
your
do
upset
this.
up to SMU or something like that. Don't do the don't
Watch
do
the
Texas
It
like
speed
that.
hurt.
back. Watch the speed in this game, bro. Oh my
It
goodness.
hurts me to say this. Like Dabo's been there. Shark is trying to get there, and yes, Texas is a better football team, right? Texas is at home, right? I uh,
Go ahead, call upset. I hope
this
everybody
goes
call in
this
on the
goes
show.
this goes against my whole argument at the beginning of this
The
thing.
number
Yeah, it does.
12 team.
And I think that quarterback is from like Austin area, something like that
Yeah,
too,
he's
right?
a good player. They be
I'm gonna
cheating
go
though.
Clemson. I'm going Dabo.
Hey, Mac, I will say this too. On the first Clemson touchdown, the number 12 caught. Did you not see linemen on the 5 yard line? They running the quarterback run. They run. The,
Nah,
What are you
the
doing
lineman
down
was
there?
5 yards
Yeah.
downfield. They running the quarterback run. SMU's defense triggers. 12 throw his
Hmm.
hand up. They get the ball, and nobody act like they see the lineman down the field, man. It was wild, bro. But I feel you with Clemson though. They've been there.
I'm
You're
gonna
right.
go Clemson. I don't want to. I just for some reason I just don't trust Texas.
Yeah.
I like you had a chance to win the game against Georgia. The
But
quarterback
they
goes
lost to
out,
Georgia though.
but
Come on now.
I understand that. But like,
Texas need to make a decision about quarterback.
so
Good point.
Who's the
I'm gonna
I
go
quarterback?
think
Clemson. No, they've already
okay.
made the decision. They made the decision. It's Quinn. Hey,
But
Arch came in to run one read option play.
he
For
scored.
what?
Touchdown. He scored.
So I'm gonna go Clemson.
Okay, last one. Last question of the night. Tennessee, Ohio State. I'm gonna start off because this is the game I hate. I just hate this matchup. Not from like a talent perspective. I don't want to see these two teams play this early. I like both of these teams, so I'd rather see them knock off the SMU's, the Clemsons of the world. To be honest, you made two great teams. I think would have been conference champions in
Hmm.
the ACC. Like now you got to go head to head, and I think that's a disservice to both of the conferences that I think are the top two conferences in the league. So with that being said, I think the game was at Ohio State. I still like Tennessee.
Mm,
Offense is too
But
powerful. I
yeah,
like Tennessee, dog.
I got a Kirkwood graduate on Tennessee's staff.
nice.
I coach the backers.
Okay.
Coach Inge, that's my guy. All right. I am not going against Ohio State
He gave the dog props just to say he going against him.
in the horseshoe. It's the horseshoe, right?
Yeah,
That's what they call it, the horseshoe.
that's
And here's
Mhm.
the deal. I also have them as my team to win it all. I think they beat Tennessee, and I think they get their revenge on Oregon.
No, I like Oregon win it all, but we'll get to that later on.
Okay.
So you like Ohio State over Tennessee.
Yep.
Boom,
mm.
who you like?
Woo, man. Let me look at this bracket again, man. Jeez.
I'm going Tennessee because I'm just pulling for SEC teams.
I think I do. I don't want to seem like a homer, but I do feel like the SEC has that pride, and that's the place to be, man. In
Mhm.
my opinion, but I'm a big fan of Caleb Downs on that back end, man, and I want to see
Mhm.
Caleb Downs make some impact plays in that game, man. I can't wait to see how two looks on that back. And then I love the big guy, 44 on the edge for Ohio State, man. Woo,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Big Oos on the edge, looking like he can't be moved and he can pass rush. Big time Hooper too. So I'm gonna go with Ohio State at
Mhm.
home. I hate that coach. And when I look at him, I'm like, bro, just
Wait, who? Who? Day?
Day,
They
I don't.
Okay.
Hey, he lucky Michigan ain't over there because I'll be picking Michigan. But I'm a rock with Ohio State, man, against Tennessee because I'm just I don't know, man. That Arkansas win on Tennessee just kind of been stuck on me.
Yeah, I like that Tennessee has the capability of being very explosive and very fast.
Yeah, but
Like,
hey,
it's gonna be a battle of defense in this game. I feel like it's cold up there. It's gonna be, Tennessee gave up 20 points one time this season at Georgia.
mhm,
And nobody else scored 20 points. And I don't think Ohio State can score with the best of them. So I think these defenders are
no,
gonna give us a show, man. It's gonna be fun to see.
yeah, yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I'm a. So 12:21, 3 o'clock. By 2:30, I might text you. I might change my Texas Clemson pick. I might
By
change my
what
Texas
time?
Clemson. By 2:30 on the 21st.
Why?
I might change that pick. I don't know, man. Clemson. Man.
Those ain't
Man,
getting
listen. I,
nothing.
I
Hey,
truly
Matt,
believe.
if they
I
get that
truly
ball out
believe.
quick, if Texas
I
get that
truly
ball out
believe.
quick, Clemson gonna get outran.
I truly believe. There's about 7 SEC teams that'll take Clemson right now to the backyard and put in
And
work.
dog them. Like
And they'll really
South
do that.
Carolina did it.
They'll do that to the whole country, man. I mean, to be honest, like they're gonna give you a run for their money, man. A lot of teams in SEC ain't nothing to play with, bro.
Man.
No, no.
Yeah, I'm changing my thing. I'm changing Texas.
Come on to the dark side.
I'm
Yeah,
going Texas. No, that's the right side, man.
that's true. That's true. All right, man. Well, look, it was great. It was fun. Always good to be back with y'all, man. And hopefully we can do it again after that first week of playoff games. And then if any big news hits the portal again, let's chop it up.